using the tar command to create an uncompressed tar file. The tar command is used to tar up one or more files into a tar file, and the files in a tar file are not always compressed. In this tutorial, we're going to create a tar file that's not compressed. We're currently working as root, and we're in the home directory of the CWest user in Fedora. And we're going to get a listing. This directory contains subdirectories and files that were put in the home directory of the CWest user during the hands-on exercises that are in the book Hello Linux. For more information on these hands-on exercises and on the Hello Linux book, go to www.lancom-tech.com. We want to back up the non-hidden directories and files in the home directory of the CWest user. We're going to move up one directory level to the parent directory of the CWest directory so that we can tar up the non-hidden files in the CWest directory using a relative path. So now we're in the /home directory. This command uses the C option to create a tar file, the V option for verbose, and the F option is used for specifying the file name. The name of the tar file is put at the right of the F option. The name of this tar file begins with BU for backup and has the date in the form of 2 digits for the month, day, and year. You can give a tar file any file name, but it's best to make the file name meaningful. No path is being specified at the front of the tar file name here. I'm going to type a path in front of the tar file name. For example, to put the tar file in a directory named archives below home, we could put /home archives here, but we're going to create the tar file in the current directory. So I'm going to remove this path. The file name suffix of this tar file is simply .tar. The Z or J options of the tar command aren't being used, and therefore the files won't be compressed when they're put in this tar file. The path that will be backed up appears at the right of the file name. This is a relative path that consists of just the CWest directory, which is below the current directory. In this example, we don't want to back up the hidden files in the home directory of the CWest user, and so we're putting an asterisk at the end of the path rather than just specifying the path without the asterisk. And now I'm going to press enter. And you saw a list of the items that were put in the tar file. And I'm going to run this command. A path wasn't put in front of the tar file name for the tar command that we just ran, and so the tar file was created in the current directory. A relative path rather than an absolute path was used when the CWest directory was tarred. When this tar file is moved into a directory and untarred, the CWest directory will be created below the directory. For example, if this tar file was put in a directory named ABC and then untarred, the CWest directory would be created below the directory named ABC. Viewing the contents of a tar file. The T option of the tar command is used to display the contents of a tar file, and when the V option is also used, additional information such as the permission settings, size, and date of items is also shown. I'm pressing the up arrow key. And here's the command that we ran, and I'm going to get rid of this path at the end. And press the left arrow key. And we use the C option here for create, and I'm going to delete the C and put in a T. And that's all we need to do to be able to view the contents of the tar file. And so it doesn't scroll off the screen, I'm going to pipe the output to the less command. So here we're using the T option to display the contents of the file. The V is for verbose, the F is for file name, and the file name appears at the right of the F. The directories and files in the home directory of the CWest user were backed up, and I'm pressing page down to see the rest of the file. Notice that the file names are at the right and that there's a lot of information at the left of each file name, such as the permission settings, size, date, and time. And I'm pressing up arrow. And I'm going to go over here and remove the V for verbose and press enter. And now you can see the directory path and the file names, as opposed to also seeing the permission settings and other things that you saw a minute ago. An uncompressed file that's been created with the tar command typically takes up more space than the sum of the files that have been put in the tar file. files are often compressed. And that was a look at using the tar command to create an uncompressed tar file and using the tar command to view the contents of a tar file. All of the information in this Lancome Technologies CD video tutorial is applicable to all Linux distributions.